Hello, Steamboat. How you doing? Got a new show for your viewing. Having breakfast, just keep chewing. And with your support, we'll be cruising. Hello, Steamboat.
After all the jacks are in the boxes, and the clowns have all
What's going on, everybody? My name is Nick Lagorga. I'm here practicing another song for my show on YouTube, Good Morning Acoustics. You can follow me on Instagram at Good Morning Acoustics, or you can give me a like on Facebook at Good Morning Acoustics. Thanks for watching.
Hello, Steamboat is recorded live from the Chief Theater.
Hello, Steamboat. It's me, TC. How you doing today? Tuesday, episode 32, post-Memorial Day. I hope you guys had a great day off, long weekend, good celebrations. It looked like we've got some that occurred yesterday. The Yampa area, they did their thing and recognized the memorials and the servicemen. And I hope everyone else, as someone else mentioned as well in the pilot today, and feel free to pick up the paper and read what had happened over the weekend, but someone had wrote a letter to the other. I found it interesting that they said, if you're going to pay respect to the flag, don't forget to lower it. And that's a good point. A lot of people do forget to do that sometimes, but that's something to keep in mind and keep it half-mast. So don't forget about that. Little update for you real quick. Seeds. I'm going to cover up coming soon because they're kind of open. They're here. Fawn has got it open. It's Seeds, and her other establishment is Roots. Healthy, organic, good food. So get over there if you want to check it out and see what you think and let us know. HelloSteamboatShow@gmail.com. Any feedback, comments, suggestions, thoughts you want to let us know about, or if you want to get involved with the show, let us know. Give a shout out to Leif Brookmeyer. I'm sure you're up doing your baby yoga. And I apologize to people yesterday. Cooper really threw me off. That's my boy, man, and he did pretty well. I haven't heard from The Voice yet, so we'll see what goes down. But I think there's some agents that are looking at him. And I'm hoping to hear from Barcelona as well. I'd like to get a trip over to Camp Nou, watch the team play before World Cup. I know there's some qualifiers going on, but he's pretty excited about that. And Rick and Rock Productions making that happen. My kid he's psyched. And, you know, I tell people, just like when we're playing soccer with the little ones, if your kid wants to dribble the ball around the house and kick the ball off the furniture, let him. And if your kid's a singer or a wannabe singer, let him. It's so hard, because my boy sings everything. As you recall, he said I didn't have to go easy on him, and he challenged me in some Madden yesterday, and I will share that he kicked the crap out of me, 35-12. He was Philly, I was Dallas, and it did not go as planned. And as I was telling Rock, he proceeded to sing, "Oh yeah, I scored another one," everything. He went Eddie Murphy on me. He put it on me pretty good. So I gotta get some training in, start practicing my Xbox moves. Last night he came up and told me, "Dad, I know how to lateral, and I'm not going to tell you how." I'll get you, son. I'll get you. Let me give you a little weather update real quick. As you can see, as Merrick likes to say, look outside, and you can see what's going on. If you look that way, towards the south, you're going to see some blue skies and sun. It looks nice. If you look that way, towards Hayden, you're going to see some clouds and some darkness rolling this way, I'm guessing. Is it rolling this way? Probably rolling this way. So we'll let it happen. And as some of the ladies in my neighborhood said, it's great. We love the weather. Late at night, cools down, gets the flowers and the new grass nice and moist. and then the next day we have some sun. So let's hope for that pattern. A little rain at night, sunshine, blue skies during the day. I got mid-60s today with low 43, partly cloudy with some thunderstorms possible. Wednesday we'll get back up to the low 70s. Hopefully sunny. It'll be sunny early, probably about a 20% chance of rain. And Thursday, 79, high 70s. And 45s for low, partly sunny. And getting us up to Friday, mid-70s, low 41, mostly sunny, okay? So good weather, fair weather, plenty of weather to get out and do some golfing, maybe some biking, hiking. Prepare for that Steamboat Marathon coming up. And we're going to get some the marathon sponsors and a few of those participants in here and figure out why they want to run so far. I don't understand it. I don't get the runner's high. I know about the runner's wall. It's right here in front of me now, and I have no plan to run anywhere. If something happens that was very scary, I would take one for the team that's here, probably just lay down. You guys can head out the back door because I'm really done running. I just don't want to run that much anymore. I like golf with a cart. That's what I'm down into. Hey, Roland Garros, I told you guys about a little tennis update real quick. You know, a lot of people always wonder, how are the Americans, Tony? What are the Americans doing? Do we have any Americans? And it does bum me out. One thing I noticed, TFO and one of the other Americans, it seems like in that first round, the Americans always get matched up against each other, and that bums me out. I'd like to see them separated so they both have a chance to move on, at least in the upper draw. But my guy TFO, I'm keeping an eye on him. He could be good. Venus is out. First round, man. She got beat. Strange. It's the second time in a row she's been beat in the first round of a major, and that's Venus. Maybe it's catching up to her. We'll see. I know Serena's back. I'm not sure if she's out yet or not. I got to get my updates. But they are playing doubles at the French, and they've won that title 2 times. So we'll see if the sisters can get it going. On the women's side as well, keep an eye out for Danielle Collins. Pretty sure she got beat by Caroline Wozniacki, but Danielle Collins is another American. She won 2 NCAA national titles on the singles side, and she was ranked 141 coming into Roland Garros. She's now up to 42nd in the world. So keep an eye on her. I think she might have got beat by Wozniacki, but watch her this summer. She should be pretty exciting. And Sloane Stephens is another American. She's fabulous, and hopefully, if all goes well, we could see her and Serena meeting later on, maybe in the quarters at the most. But as well, I got my man, Mr. Carter. Lowen's here, the L Train. And I've got some messages from some of his rants and tweets last night that we're going to see how he can explain what he said. But we'll get you a little NBA update because Golden State did it again. I mean, you guys saw Cooper try to put me on the spot, asked me why I thought the Warriors pull it off, and I told him Durant, Klay Thompson, Steph Curry. And that's what happened. But we'll get Lowen in here. He'll give us a little more update because they're going to be going up against LeBron James and his band of merry men. And it's kind of nice to see those guys back at it. Some people are like, oh, no, here we go again. Yeah, 2 best teams. If you want to be there, you got to beat them. It doesn't seem like people are figuring out how. But then we move the narrative over to what happens after this series. What's LeBron going to do? Is he going to come to Denver? No, Lowen didn't reply. Maybe he goes to Houston, but they're talking about Chris Paul. He's 33 years old, makes a lot of money. LeBron likes Chris Paul, though. They're buddies, so could be interesting to see. Soccer's going on, you guys, if you notice. My U-Stars, my U9s, Steamboat Stars. Again, I'm going to mention it. Today is U11 player placement day over at Emerald Field at 4 o'clock. So if any of you 10-year-olds or you Super 9-year-olds maybe even are going to plan on playing U11 next season, get over to Emerald at 4, and then you come over to Memorial for our U9, U10 practice at 5:15, okay? So the numbers will be a little low. Coaches, be ready for that. Parents, make sure you know where you're going. Get there early, and we'll knock it out. Thank you for hanging out. Super Tuesday. We'll be right back. Hello, Steamboat. Hello, Steamboat. How you doing? Got a new show for your viewing. Having breakfast, just keep chewing. And with your support, we'll be cruising. Hello, Steamboat.
After all the jacks are in the boxes, and the clowns have all stacked.
What's going on, everybody? My name is Nick Lagorga. I'm here practicing another song for my show on YouTube, Good Morning Acoustics. You can follow me on Instagram at Good Morning Acoustics, or you can give me a like on Facebook at Good Morning Acoustics. Thanks for watching.
Hello, Steamboat is recorded live from the Chief Theater.
What up, Steamboat? It's me, TC. How we doing on a Tuesday? It's time. Bring the kid to the mat. It's the L train. Get on board. Lowen, how you living, son?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing all right. First, before I get into the NBA, did you watch that lacrosse final?
Yeah, I did actually. Yale and Duke.
Yeah, what'd you think of that?
I thought it was crazy. No, I don't think anyone expected Yale to beat Albany and then go ahead.
That's where I want to
go.
Then
beat Duke.
First time Yale in a national title game, and they did win, so their first national title.
Yeah.
Were they surprised making this entire run? Were they up there during the season? People were like, oh, watch out for Albany if they get there.
I don't know. I mean, I don't really know. I don't follow lacrosse very closely. I keep up with it just so I can, kind of talk about it. But I know Yale was definitely not one of the better teams going into the season.
Were you expecting Duke to handle that?
I was expecting Albany to handle it. Albany was definitely the best team in the NCAA.
Really?
Yeah, they have Connor Fields and Tahoka Nanticoke.
Okay.
Who are two Indian guys, and they're phenomenal.
That's right. Did they make a run last year as well?
I believe. No, not as far, because Tahoka Nanticoke's a freshman.
He's a freshman?
Yeah.
Great. So we got to see Albany for the next couple of years probably.
Yeah.
And then now let me ask you, lacrosse guys, I know maybe not. Is the Major League Lacrosse got a lot of traction? I know Merrick enjoys it a little bit. Are those guys in the NCAAs going to play professional lacrosse?
Not a lot of them.
No?
It's not really a big thing, no.
Not yet?
No.
Okay. So 13-11 Yale wins their first title. Pretty exciting for them. Well done, lacrosse. All right, NBA. 2 months ago, Houston. Explain yourself.
I think that I wasn't expecting Chris Paul to be out. I wasn't expecting him to miss 27 straight three-pointers. They still didn't get crushed last night, but they were a couple shots away from winning. They should have won that game. Looking back at it, Brian said they were going to get swept, so that's fair enough too.
True.
I thought it was a fair prediction. I hit on Cleveland. What can I say?
Yeah. All right, let's move on to the final. And what do you think now? I'm giving you a clean slate here, man.
Yeah, it's terrible. It's just, it's disappointing.
Why? Why do you say that?
Because, the same thing happened in 2007 when LeBron took that team to the finals in Cleveland.
Right.
And the best player on the team was Anderson Varejao. They ended up getting swept by Greg Popovich and the Spurs in 4 games.
Right.
I think that's kind of a lot what this is going to be like. He's faced the Warriors a couple times.
Yeah.
I'll give him a game. I'm going to say Warriors in 5 probably.
Even without Iguodala?
Well, Iguodala should be in come game 3.
Okay.
But, definitely Warriors in 5.
Wow.
I think that's fair. I mean, they could potentially get it done in 4. Steve Kerr has seen LeBron. A lot of people are going to make the argument, but LeBron swept Toronto. Well, Dwayne Casey and Steve Kerr even though I still don't think Steve Kerr's the best coach in the NBA, he knows how to handle LeBron a bit better than Dwayne Casey did.
So let me just put this out there. You are going against LeBron James.
Yeah, I like LeBron, but I'm a fan of the game, and I can talk about the game. I'm not really a fan of one team, but yeah, this is going to be the Warriors.
Clearly.
Oh yeah, it's not even going to be.
You have to play the game. LeBron, you don't think he can muster it up to carry?
No, he could barely do it versus Indiana. He could barely do it versus a young Celtics team.
Right.
And those teams are good, but they're not. The Warriors are on another level.
And did you think that Boston was going to pull it off, though, at all?
No.
Not at all.
So I've been saying Cleveland for months and months.
Okay.
And come Game 7, everybody was doubting me on the radio last week and talking about how youthful I am and how Cleveland can't win in Boston. And
right.
So I was happy to prove all them wrong. And, it's just how it goes. I wish I would have hit on Houston. Then it would have felt twice as nice. But I think that's a little more understandable one.
Okay, understandable. Let me ask you this. I heard the narrative this morning. Houston, for, what did we say, 27?
Well, they were 7 for 44.
Total.
And they went, at one point, they had missed 27 in a row.
NBA record, I heard, right?
Yeah, that's NBA playoff record.
Okay. D'Antoni says, no, I'm good. Keep shooting.
Yeah, I don't.
You don't agree?
I disagree. I've been preaching D'Antoni this whole time. I think he did a good job coaching against the Warriors. And he took it to 7 games, which a lot of teams can't say they can do. But when you have, they were balling when they were just feeding Clint Capella inside, and occasionally finding the outside shooter like they've been playing all year. But D'Antoni, his pregame strategy was, let's shoot 40, 50 threes against the Warriors, and at some point when they're not hitting, you got to change it up.
Sure. Ariza goes 0 for 12. Do you not pull him out?
0 for 12, 0 for 9. He was a lot of people are going to give him a lot of crap for his game last night, but he was tough guarding Kevin Durant.
And he lost his legs playing D.
Yeah, he lost his legs playing D, and he didn't exactly stop Kevin Durant, but he definitely minimized the damage. At some point though, you can't let him be shooting those shots.
Right. 7-man rotation Houston had, or 8 maybe?
It was a short 6-7-man rotation.
And I asked you that again with the Warriors, and they brought in some of the other guys.
Yeah, they were playing a little longer rotation.
Yeah.
That'll always cause fatigue.
Right.
D'Antoni should have ran it a bit. He's just, they're just not as deep as the Warriors are. And that's the bottom line.
Do you think they should extend that rotation?
Yeah, they brought in ISO Joe for Joe Johnson. For a little bit, and he did pretty good. So I think that you gotta at some point take Ariza out or take Eric Gordon out, give him a shot. He hasn't even played the entire playoffs. They put him in Game 7. That's a tough decision to make, but I disagree with D'Antoni on that as well.
You do?
Yeah.
All right. Last but not least, are you watching any of the baseball at all? Any baseball?
Not really. I've been sticking with NBA, NHL. So.
All right. Give me the narrative on LeBron leaving when the season ends. You're the knowledgeable one. Give me the facts.
I guess it really depends on how this goes. If they lose in 4 or 5, which I think they will, and I think that's going to be tough to handle. For LeBron, he's going to have to deal with all the critics and his finals appearances, even though. Everybody says Bill Russell, Bill Russell went to 11 straight finals. Yeah, well, when Bill Russell clinched his 8th NBA finals in a row, he had, 6 Hall of Famers on the team. The highest score for LeBron when he clinched his 8th was Jeff Green. So, it's just, we'll see. I think LeBron, if they push, LeBron is LeBron. He could absolutely prove me wrong. If they push it to 6 or 7, I think he could potentially stay. But if they could just get dominated, I think he has to realize that he's late in his career. It's time to make a change, which is going to be sad to see because you see all these superstars go, and you can kind of tell that it's their last team.
Right.
Like when Jordan went to the Wizards in the early 2000s, and you could just kind of tell. But,
sure.
He's still playing at another level. He could end up in somewhere like Houston or Philadelphia.
No LA?
I don't think I think the LA thing just looks less and less likely. I think they're going to pursue someone more like Kawhi Leonard or potentially Paul George.
Okay.
I don't think LeBron's going to be heading to LA, but
Let's say somehow LeBron is LeBron and they win it. Do you see a chance of him? I heard someone say maybe he hangs him up, shuts it down, goes out on top.
I think he should go out on. I mean, he would go out on top, not on top of your game.
On top
as the greatest.
Like when they do that Mount Rushmore, then you put LeBron above them, maybe even.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he already proved it by even getting here.
Yeah.
I think that proved it enough, but. If he wins against this Warriors team and beats them single-handedly, I think there's no argument. He's ahead of everybody.
Yeah. Hang him up.
I would hang him up. I mean.
All right. Let me go to the second page of the sports section. Kawhi Leonard, for anyone that doesn't know. San Antonio, they bet back and forth. He had his consultants. They had their doctors, coaches, and players. Threw little shots at him. We can say that, Parker, I had the same thing. I retired. Coach says, it's up to his doc. What do you see from the knowledge that you've researched and as you follow? What do you think Kawhi's going to do?
Yeah, Kawhi Leonard is absolutely a top 5 player in the NBA. He's a 3-time Defensive Player of the Year. He's an MVP. He's a Finals MVP. He's got a couple rings. And this year when the Spurs were in the playoffs, Kawhi wasn't there.
Right.
And the Spurs lost in 5 to the Warriors. And you never saw Kawhi on
the bench,
on the sideline, or on the bench, or sitting courtside. And that was just kind of a sign. He was in New York at his penthouse in Manhattan training. I think he's probably out. I don't think that him and Popovich are on good terms, from what I hear.
Yeah.
I hear him. That team with DeJounte Murray and a couple of those guys, it's turning into a younger team. They're kind of phasing away from. They're just now getting out of that Tim Duncan era,
right?
And kind of trying to rebuild this team, get them back on their feet, because they're not a Western powerhouse anymore, and they've got a lot of better teams to compete against.
Yeah, where's Kawhi going to go?
I see him going to potentially LA, potentially Philadelphia.
Okay,
those are the 2 that I would say.
The Knicks get any love from any of these?
Nobody wants.
No
to
one
play.
wants to go to.
No one wants to play in the Knicks with David Fizdale. I like him as a coach, but he hasn't really proven himself. He never did really anything in Memphis.
Yeah.
Until that team gets kind of the wheels spinning a bit more, then we'll see some free agents kind of head over there. But right now, they're just kind of have to rebuild through the draft and what they have already.
Okay, so wrap it up. Porzingis, is he just gonna he's gonna sit out there and just kind of wallow, or is he gonna get the hell out of there?
No, Porzingis is going to stay there.
He
says multiple times he loves being a Knick. Especially, I think that David Fizdale is going to do a good job this year. I think we'll see the Knicks being kind of I don't think they'll necessarily make the playoffs, but they'll kind of be where the Nuggets were last year.
Okay.
In the sense that they'll be like just on the cusp.
Right.
Which is a lot better than where they've been the last couple years. Yeah, Porzingis will definitely stick around.
All right. There it is, the L train. Where are you this week? Are you on the crease or tripping over the blue line with those knuckleheads? The other radio show?
Oh yeah, I think I'm on the huddle tomorrow,
yeah.
And then I'll be on No Boundaries Thursday.
No Boundaries, that's where they are.
And then maybe your show one more.
Yeah, we'll get you back. See. My mom likes your shoes too. Well done. Hey, L Train, catch up, stick around. I got the incredible comedy of Drew Gotts, aka Drew McElhaney. Let's see what he can actually do.
Heck yeah.
Hello, Steamboat. We'll be right back. Hello, Steamboat. How you doing? Got a new show for your viewing. Having breakfast, just keep chewing. And with your support, we'll be cruising. Hello, Steamboat.
After all the jacks are in the boxes, and the clowns have all stacked.
What's going on, everybody? My name is Nick Lagorga. I'm here practicing another song for my show on YouTube, Good Morning Acoustics. You can follow me on Instagram at Good Morning Acoustics, or you can give me a like on Facebook at Good Morning Acoustics. Thanks for watching.
Hello, Steamboat is recorded live from the Chief Theater.
Hello, Steamboat. It's me, TC. Trying to keep the good times rolling. Good people in the chair. Look what we got. Fake Drews. Drew Goss. Drew McElhaney. Drew Logic. Hi, Drew.
Hey, Tony.
What's up, man?
Hey, I'm excited to know that your mom likes Lowen shoes. She can sit here and look at my hairy knuckled toes and my
between you and Vlad
chewed on toenails.
Do you really? Can you reach them?
Dude, if I could reach those, I wouldn't be here right now.
I know. We've got issues.
We do. Lowen's whole interview. It was like clean up in aisle 9 over there.
Here we go.
Throwing up everywhere.
Here we go. Says we get an elder's perspective because we do allow the youth to vent.
We do?
We allow him. That's why he's on.
I'm glad he got parole.
He's got parole. He's doing volunteer time.
Shouldn't he be at school? Okay, never mind.
He's an athletic student.
Good point. Athletic student.
Yeah, he switched it up. Give me your perspective on what he threw out there. You were in on the rants last night.
I wasn't. I wasn't paying any attention.
Oh, you didn't?
You guys fill up my phone, by the way. Just to let everybody know out there. This is called technology, my friends. That's called a flip phone. Yeah, you had this in 1999. Still got it. But you guys fill up all my memory with all your banter back and forth, so eventually I can't even retrieve the messages. But no, I wasn't in the banter. Didn't pay any attention to it. What I'll say about coaches in the NBA, what I noticed last night. Here's a coach in the NBA. You guys are doing good. All right, you guys are right in there. You just need to dig a little deeper. Keep playing harder. Just keep doing it. You guys are doing great. That's all they say. Literally, there's no board out. There's this is what I want you to do. Now, maybe
Houston D'Antoni had the board out and he was sitting down, but this guy next to him named Chris Paul.
And the board was just there to hold his cup of coffee.
He didn't have any coffee. There was a board.
It was just there to balance his drink.
There was no drink. You tell me what's going on because Kerr, he went in at halftime and said, I might retire. This is the worst team I've ever coached.
Is that what he said?
Apparently.
Really?
And they came out and started playing, and he's going to keep his job.
The reason they're the worst team he's ever coached is because he went out and got that Kevin Durant guy.
Is this what you're going to go with?
He's terrible.
Okay.
He's awful.
You apparently picked Golden State.
Listen, those games they lost and they almost were out of this was because they became Oklahoma 2.0.
Houston.
No, they became Oklahoma City. They became what Durant was before he went to the Golden State Warriors. It made Michael Westbrook completely obsolete. Russell, thank you.
I got you.
Made him obsolete, and then all of a sudden it kind of felt that way with Steph Curry. All of a sudden, listen, if you have like something you don't want in your life, give it to Kevin Durant because you ain't ever getting it back.
Are you sure?
Positive.
He does shoot.
Because when they won, all of a sudden it was the Curry show. When they win, it's the Curry show. They have to have the Curry show. If he's not the show, they just have iso ball and they're susceptible to losing.
How about Thompson? Time?
That and Draymond. Draymond had 2 good games towards the end, defensively and assists and stuff. But if you look in those games that they lost, he was pretty much obsolete. He wasn't anywhere. He was bad game.
Okay.
So really, the Warriors really have to work as a team. I've always said that's always what I've liked about them. So the games that they lost, I didn't like them. I was like, this is not the Warrior team I like.
So if they run up against a team, plays good defense, and Curry or Clay can't get their open shot, they give it to Kevin, he's shooting.
Because he's always shooting.
And he's got an unblockable shot.
What was it, Shannon Sharp that said, he went, 6 for 18 or whatever in one of their losses and had 0 assists. He's like, listen, man, if you're not making shots, you need to be generating shots for other players.
Sure.
They were saying it last night in the game. Kevin Durant's got to get better without the ball. He just stands in one spot.
Watches.
Yeah, if he moves and rotates, you can break the defense. But if you're just staying in one spot, that gives the defense an advantage. Now you're playing 4-on-5.
Okay. What do you think about LeBron James then carrying his squad?
Well, I thought the Fighting LeBrons did a great job.
A great job.
Yeah.
So Green.
Well, listen, Boston, when it went to 7, I was all with Lone.
Yeah.
I was against Lone. I was like, Boston might be able. But as soon as it went to 7, I said, this is Indiana all over again. Everybody thought Indiana was going to do it. But once it goes to 7, it becomes the LeBron show.
Okay.
And he's not going to let you win. Plus, would you watch college ball, especially like in the tournament, one of the things you notice is you got to get turnovers. You can have a 5-point lead, 6-point lead, and you're like, you got to get a stop here. It's important to get a stop here. There's only 2 minutes left in the game. You got to get a stop here.
Mm-hmm.
They don't, and it's more difficult in college ball. That's one thing. Is if Cleveland's got like a 6, 7-point, 8-point lead on you with like 2 minutes to go, you're not going to win. Because all they have to do is give it to LeBron.
Okay.
And they do. If you watch, he takes the ball in the last 2 minutes, last 4 minutes, pretty much every single time, because you can't stop him. You can't. And if you do, you probably fouled him, and either they called it or they didn't. And don't even get me started on the refereeing. I can't stand the refereeing in the NBA.
Oh no, wait.
So
we have time.
bad.
Can you please expound on the refereeing in the NBA?
It's just terrible.
What's the problem? I kept hearing they're letting them play.
Completely inconsistent.
Okay.
So on one end, someone can totally chicken wing into the rib, or as
The
Harden
push-off
likes to
while you're
do, shove you 5 feet away to get room.
Okay.
But then you come down on the other end, and someone brushes their chest against you, and they blow a whistle. It's like, wait, I don't understand. The guy went down there, got clobbered. You came down here, barely brushed him, and it's a penalty. It's frustrating. I hate it. The push-off, man.
What about the foul in the act of shooting, or if it's on the ground?
What do you
Before
mean?
the shot.
The
I fouled you
continuation?
before the shot. Oh, no. And Harden banked one in.
So here's the thing.
What are you getting at?
So that's another inconsistency. In the regular season, that's a continuation.
Right.
And all of a sudden, now they're not counting them. I mean, LeBron had one, too.
Yeah.
And it was like, why does that not count? That would have counted in February.
And the jump shooter goes up. I got to give you your space to land.
Well,
I can't put a hand and come at you.
yeah, and none of the rules, basketball rules, apply in the NBA. I watched Klay Thompson go up for a block and then bring his hand down like that. That's a foul. You can't bring your hand. You got to go straight up.
Right.
You can't put your hands down. No. I saw. It's just frustrating. I want to love NBA basketball, but it's so frustrating the refereeing.
Is the Euro step traveling?
It doesn't seem like it. It looks weird, so it confuses the American eyeball. Like, what was that? He took like 7 steps, but then he slowed it down. He's like, 1, 2. You're just kind of like, what was that, dude? But yeah, it works. Everybody's going to it.
Okay.
Ginobili made a career off of it.
He did.
3 minutes.
NBA Finals.
Oh, I'm not supposed to acknowledge him. Sorry.
No, don't acknowledge him. Golden State.
It said like a star.
Cleveland.
Right there. Don't acknowledge the help.
Who? No, the brains.
Oh, brains.
The brains, for
oh,
sure.
sorry.
Cleveland.
Didn't mean to call you the help.
Cleveland.
Anyway.
It was
Golden
the-
State.
the mop
Who's going to win the final?
Cleveland, Golden State. That's a tough one, but I got to go with the GSs. Just because the Fighting LeBrons only have one LeBron. But it's hard, like I always say, you can't ever count LeBron out.
But you guys seem to be doing it.
Well, I'm not. Yeah, but That's because there's multiple Hall of Famers on the other team and just one LeBron on that team. So I have to, but I was wrong I picked Boston. No, I didn't pick Boston. I picked Cleveland. Like I said, I couldn't go against LeBron. Yeah. That's right. So I've picked him all the way, but I like Golden State. I'm not going to cheer for LeBron. I was saying an NBA coach, and there's like, you're doing good. Yeah. Keep it going.
Yeah.
Way to go. That's what they do. Here's Tyronn Lue.
He calls a timeout every once in a while.
What am I doing here?
Wait a minute. So you're really not giving Tyronn Lue any credit?
Have you tried this stadium sushi? It's really good. Good job, guys.
He's not doing anything?
No, I'm sure he's doing something.
Yeah, don't you think?
Well, yeah. They got to have their towels washed.
Oh, my gosh.
They got to scrub the lime.
What about the staff?
Off the bottom
what about the other crew that he acknowledged? The rest of his staff?
Their staff?
Their staff. They help him.
Coach LeBron, team trainer LeBron, team motivator LeBron.
So you're not giving the coach any credit?
I don't give anybody in Cleveland any credit.
Why?
Because they live in Cleveland.
Oh, my God.
That's right. Everybody in Cleveland just turned off their show.
I wanted to have you on to promo a little Summer of Laughs.
You said to come in and be funny.
I did. And
I'm struggling.
No, you're not. Lowen's laughing. He's crying. So that's important.
That is it. Good.
You wrote some notes.
No.
Yeah, you did.
No.
You didn't?
I didn't.
All right, well.
Well, go ahead.
I want you to stick around because I want to talk about the Summer of Laughs.
Yeah, let's do it.
Because you are apparently going to try some comedy.
I am. Not here.
You can share a little bit of what you're going to do.
Yeah, we can talk about it and stuff like that.
Because you and I, we've been talking for months.
Yeah, I know they put on that I was going to do some stand-up, but stand-up in front of no audience is something that,
but
like...
Lowen's here.
A Robin Williams, somebody that, like, Daniel Tosh, someone like that maybe could do an empty room.
You told me you've been practicing at home.
I am. I do practice at home. But it would be weird to do it here.
Well, it's like a real comedian versus the help.
Oh, sounds like a challenge.
So she acknowledged that she's the help.
She's the left side of the cerebral cortex. Oh my God. She's taking a shot at you. Shots fired. Stick around because he's going to do some sit-down comedy. We'll be right back. Hello, Steamboat. How you doing? Got a new show for your viewing. Having breakfast, just keep chewing. And with your support, we'll be cruising. Hello, Steamboat.
After all the jacks are in the boxes, and the clowns have all
What's going on, everybody? My name is Nick Lagorga. I'm here practicing another song for my show on YouTube, Good Morning Acoustics. You can follow me on Instagram at Good Morning Acoustics, or you can give me a like on Facebook at Good Morning Acoustics. Thanks for watching.
Hello, Steamboat is recorded live from the Chief Theater.
Oh, it's gonna work. Yours is good. I'm afraid. Hello, Steamboat. It's me, Drew Gotts, hanging out, my wingman of sorts. We're gonna save his comedy because it's dangerous, you guys. And as Rock and Rick said, it's a family show. We're gonna keep the people that like us liking us. So, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I was looking to see if I had any clean jokes.
You don't, do you?
Not really. I mean, kind of. But they're my good ones, and I don't want to use them here.
The clean ones?
Yeah.
You want to save it?
Yeah. I don't want to give away any of my stuff yet.
You and I have talked about the stand. Okay, so we've got the Summer of Laughs coming up here at the Chief in July?
July 27th, I believe, is the date.
I think there's myself, you, Kristen's going to headline it, right, Cronin?
So I got an email yesterday from, I believe, from Kristen.
Okay.
And I think you probably should have gotten it too.
Probably.
So there is going to be she's going to do a 7-week
workshop. Yep.
One every Sunday for like 7 weeks or whatever coming up. So if anybody's interested, get in touch with somebody from the Chief Theater or Kristen Cronin. Mm-hmm. And if you are interested in doing stand-up, there is a small fee, but it is very small.
Yes.
And it's done by Judd Apatow. It's like
Judd
an online... Apatow?
Yeah.
I've always been saying it wrong, dude. Oh, my God.
That's why I wanted you on here.
That's why Siri never works.
But she's going to do the workshop. You're in.
Yeah. But then they mentioned like they're going to pick 3 people, so I might not even do the comedy. Maybe 3 other people might be funnier than me.
Oh, there are.
Oh, there are 3 people in here that are funnier than
True.
me.
We got that. But yeah, this could be good.
Yeah, and if you want to do stand-up, the reason I brought these up here, they were wondering why I brought these up here. If you want to do stand-up, you need things like this.
Tell them why, because I told you to do this.
This is because, and I needed it, but I kept forgetting that you told me. But I needed this because when you want to do stand-up, you always think of funny jokes. You always do. And literally 5 minutes later, I can't remember them.
Yep.
And I'll be like, oh, my God, that's gold. That's great. Oh, yeah, that's awesome. And I was like, I got to write that when I get home. And on the way home, I'm like, okay, when I get home, I got to write that joke. And I'm like, wait, what was it?
Dad, hey, Dad.
Yeah, and you don't. So I have all sorts of jokes. And then this right here is actually my routine. This is 5 jokes that if I say them in the way I want to say them, it comes out to exactly 5 minutes. Most open mic things are about 5 minutes.
Brauhaus has a little comedy thing. You want to go over there, and should we try and
I would love to. I didn't know they did.
They're doing that now, so we're going to try and get Barry on, because he's doing some stand-up, karaoke. You can sing, whatever you want to do.
Yeah, I'll go over. I'd love to work out some of my stuff here.
And we got to go try it, because we got to prep.
Yeah, I will tell you that I have these 5 jokes.
Cool.
Pretty good. But that's in my kitchen with a laugh track in my head.
Okay.
And so I feel confident.
Do you pause?
But when I step out in front of people, I can't guarantee that I'm going to do it exactly because
Are you going to freeze up?
I'm not. I don't think you don't freeze up, but I think you get the butterflies, you get the jitters, kind of.
Do you still?
I think. I mean, I haven't ever done it.
No, you've done improv.
I've done improv. I've done theater a little bit.
I never see you shaking.
The only reason I'm willing to started doing this, because I've wanted to do this my whole life, was because of the success I've had at improv. And I thought, well, that's going well.
Go one more step.
Yeah, and one thing I told you about improv, and you said you felt this feeling, is, when the first few improvs I did, I was scared to death.
Oh, yes.
Petrified. In fact, I sat out the first one.
Right.
Because I got so scared. I was like, no, I'm going to sit in the back. And I made my crew go up and do everything. And then I saw the crowd laugh, and I went, okay, I'll do it. And then the next week I was scared to death again, but I got on there. And it was weird. When I was off the stage, I was one person and a scared little guy, afraid to go up there. And as soon as I got on the stage, it was like, it
you
just
shatter.
Went away.
That whole image.
It was like a whole nother person.
You are. You're a whole different person.
It's
I heard
weird.
people go, I didn't know he was that funny.
Yeah,
and
like,
you do. You break that shell and you do some different stuff.
Yeah, and it'll be fun because our improv's not super clean. We go
adult.
We go adult, but this will be fun because I get to do my own thing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I say we only because I like to heckle the improv guys from the audience. What you guys do is amazing. The games you play, but it's also the audience. They tend to get a little filthy.
Yeah, absolutely. We actually kind of have to edit and censor the crowd a little bit because also you're like, give us a really good job, proctologist.
Yeah,
it's always the same thing. So you, as a person on the stage, you have to be like, okay, ignore that guy.
Yeah.
And then the person over here is like ballerina. Okay, a ballerina.
Gotcha. All right, happenings real quick. Anything you taking the kids out and about?
This is a maybe.
Yeah.
I just woke up.
Partners Amazing Races is June 23rd. Are you going to get involved with that?
Don't even know what it is.
Okay. Includes lunch, race T-shirt, and amazing prizes. It's put on by partners. It's like a scavenger hunt.
Oh, cool. That'd be fun.
So that's something you could do.
Get involved.
Bari, Old Town Hot Springs, they have Bari training for yoga. You working out a little bit?
Man, don't even get me started on the Old Town.
You should do some yoga.
I tried yoga and I hurt myself.
You did?
Yeah.
Were you not doing it correctly?
Well, I don't know. I mean, are you not supposed to hold a beer while you're doing yoga?
No,
I was doing it incorrectly. Okay.
Toddler time today, Bud Warner.
I'm doing that.
9:30 to 10.
But I don't have any kids.
Not yours.
No, I just hang out in toddler time.
Yeah. Children's ages 1 to 3 with a parent or caregiver. Drew's available. They're welcome for this program with stories, songs, and finger plays. Finger play. So those are finger plays. And we're going to roll on. Tread of Pioneers Museum's behind-the-scenes tours of collections at the Tread of Pioneers from 11 to 11:30.
That sounds like a good time, folks.
Go behind the scenes with the Tread of Pioneers Museum curator to see artifacts preserved in the museum's new collections care facility. Free donations are appreciated. You can contact Katie Adams at kadams@treadofpioneers.org. Okay?
That reminds me, though.
What?
Now that you bring up Tread of Pioneers, have you ever gone to, like, an old, Tread of Pioneers or the museum in Craig? Have you ever seen, what did they use for toilet paper back then? Right? I'm sure they weren't rock and rolls of Charmin.
Right.
But yet you go to an old museum, they never show you what kind of duty paper they use.
So next time we go on a tour, we'll ask.
It's very important to me.
Good point. And it's Token Tuesday, not Tony Tuesday. Token Tuesday. Mountain Tap, 3:30 to 9. For every beer purchased, Mountain Tap Brewery will donate $1 to customers' nonprofit of choice. As Rock told me, they got the jars. You can drop one
Straight from the Steamboat Token.
Right, there it is. All right, so that's your happenings. Pick that up, you guys. See what's going on. Get in touch with Kristen Cronin if you are funny or funnier than Drew.
Or you want to try to be.
You want to
learn.
Because you're pretty good. Do you feel confident you're going to make the show? Because I keep telling people
I've been going on YouTube a lot and watching open mics, just people's open mics that they place on YouTube. Mm-hmm. And there's 1,000 on there. And you're like, that guy can do it. I can definitely get up there and do it. And then you also start to realize how fast 5 minutes goes. I mean, I've had to cut things back because it goes too long, which also helps make your jokes better.
Sure.
So it's actually kind of good that they cut you back.
Do you pause for laughter when you practice?
Well, I got a laugh track in my head.
You do?
Yeah. That's why I thought it would be weird here. Because I would do it with no audience, and then you would see me doing my little laugh track in my head.
That could be funny.
Crowd laughing. But you have to give yourself that pause when you're practicing to practice the pauses. Yeah, absolutely. Because all this is not funny. But how you deliver it is what makes it funny. I've done all these jokes for people and gotten no response, and I've done all these jokes for people and gotten great response.
Have you done those?
All just on how I delivered it.
What about in front of kids? Those work in front of kids?
Maybe my cowboy joke. And my fart joke.
Okay. We'll see, because we got some talk about getting the Boys and Girls Club crew down here for a field trip. Maybe you could make a bunch of kids laugh?
Yes, I could do that. Kids are easy. They're not judgmental like adults. These guys are funny.
Oh, good point.
I want my $5 donation to the chief back.
I hear you. Drew McElhaney, people, get down here. Let's be a part of this Kristen Cronin Comedy Workshop starting up. 7 weeks. Reach out to her if you want to be a part of it. Put your feet down. And we'll see what we can do to get Drew dialed in. it could be good. Lowen, thank you, my man. Appreciate all you do. Stick around all week because we've got information coming up about the marathon, tour to Steamboat, and a couple other musical surprises for you, hopefully. All right? Be good. Keep it Steamboat. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day.